welcome to another vlog. Today we got a very exciting delivery. We got a new Loveseat for upstairs and it was kindly gifted to us by Valencia, so thank you. They do a bunch of theater seating kind of stuff, and so we got their Oslo luxury Loveseat. I got a few clips of us setting it up initially, and it came in 2 separate boxes, one for each half of the seat. And what's so cool is everything just clicked together. Like, we didn't need any hardware, no tools. We just carried the pieces upstairs, and then the backrest just clicks on, and you attach the power. There's like a cable to plug in. So yeah, it clicks on, and then the 2 halves, like the 2 seats, just click together. It was so easy. It was so easy. Look at it flashing. So cool. And even around the cup holders, it's a dance party. Whoa, I can keep all my stuff in there because I have so much crackling around the room. It's like, and it's always on the floor right here where we're trying to walk. And I can maybe stop using this. I mean, it was great in front of our old couch because the legs would go under the couch, but with our other recliner, it wouldn't fit. And so it just sat beside me. But I can just put in the tray table attachment here and just have a tray table plus this storage. Oh my God, look at all the buttons. Okay, we got headrest movement, we got lumbar and the recliner. Does it say what the buttons do?
Yeah.
What's the I and H?
H is reset chair.
Oh.
And the LED function. And I is a memory function. So if you have a sweet spot that you like, you can set that and just click it and it'll keep taking you back to your favorite setting.
Then it looks like we have USB and USB-C.
Oh, that's actually nice.
Just pop the headrest forward.
That's great. That means I don't have to always keep a little pillow.
I know, he always keeps this pillow just perched right here and it's always falling. Okay, we got solid red, solid green, blue, green, wait, green. Oh, it's different green, different blue, purple, blue. Oh, we got flashing now. My controller for when I play Fall Guys on my laptop. I could fit my whole laptop in there, actually. Oh my God, it's so deep. It's gone into the abyss. I always need my flossy sticks because after our evening snacks, I gotta floss. I didn't even realize I grabbed the Kindle before. I was like, why is my Switch still out? It was the Kindle I grabbed. Can't forget the snack sticks. I don't know why this is so funny to me. Also, because of the way this room is arranged, it's kind of long and narrow, and all the hookups for the TV it's at the back wall, which is kind of weird, but also kind of makes sense. Because it could have been here, but I guess I'd make it awkward for putting seating where we have the opening to the hallway and opening to the staircase. But it's hard to do kind of a U-shaped seating area facing the TV. We did have a couch here, which we moved, and we can put it back when we have guests, but we might as well just leave it open when we don't have guests. But I had the idea of doing stadium seating and putting our old Loveseat on a riser. Our old one, it's still pretty new, we just got it this year. Put it on a riser so you can see over this one, and that kind of works for the space. And then if we have guests, they can also be using a recliner. So I got some footage actually from when Christian's parents were visiting, because Christian and his dad built the riser. And so here's a little bit of BTS of that being built. I think he's gonna make more supports for it though, to put in between the supports he has for it currently. But it's pretty cool. And then Christian and I covered it with carpet. We just used a staple gun to staple carpet tiles to it, and boom. Now, in hindsight, we probably should have made it a little higher, because now that we have this seat, where your butt is higher than the old Loveseat, and so the riser could have been a little higher. But what we might do is just wall mount the TV so it sits a little higher, because also you can see the cables where it plugs in, right? And so it would make sense to wall mount the TV, and that would kind of fix our problem. And then behind here, those are the extra couch pieces that go over there. So we have a lot of couch pieces up here. Okay, I have my favorite spot programmed. Just push that. Here we go. I like the headrest forward and a bit of lumbar and like this. So I'm pretty much still sitting up, but legs up. That's how I like it. Because usually I'm doing something else sitting here. We'll have something on the TV, either Christian playing a game or we're watching a show, and then I'm playing either Fall Guys on my laptop or playing on my Switch or reading, something like that. I don't know, I just like to be sitting up, and then I can adjust it if I want to lay back a little bit more for something. So that's me spot. I chose the light blue light, and I realized if I double click the H, it turns off. See ya. This Italian leather though, with the diamond stitching. Ooh, wait, let's put head back too. Okay, back up. Oh, and if you hold the H, it'll go back to its original position. Cool. Our other one, all it did was just recline and unrecline, so this is so fancy. Also, this thing right here, this is for inserting accessories, and there's some I definitely am gonna get. Like there's a tray table you can get, which would be so perfect because it would replace my little side table, and so it inserts into here. They even have popcorn bowl, they've got reading light, wine glass holder, tablet holder, all kinds of stuff. And then the other thing is there's a removable armrest you can get that just sits in between. Because you can get a row of two technically, which is like two chairs, but the headrests don't touch, and there's the armrest in the middle. Whereas this is the Loveseat configuration. So if you want a two-seater, there's two different ways to do it. Although you can get like huge configurations, like you can get like a giant custom thing done if you want, but we just wanted the Loveseat so we could cuddle. But sometimes you want the second armrest. So there's a removable one you can get that just inserts here. So I'm probably gonna end up buying that because that'd be so handy. And the tray table would be extremely handy too, so. I feel fancy. Oh, was that your couch now, Midna? We usually have a blanket draped over half of the couch for Midna to go under because she likes her tents. But then it's always on my half, so when I come up here, it's covered. So now your Minu tent can be back here. Also, we decided we're gonna let them scratch the riser because then they're less likely to scratch the rest of the carpet. It's like the decoy that they can shred. And we even have extra carpet tiles, so if we had to replace them eventually, we could. Okay, I just moved the coffee table back. Is that enough room? Hopefully. If not, we got room to push back. Which, by the way, we call this Christian's man loft. It's like a man cave, but we're up on the second floor. So it's a man loft. Let's play find the baby. Wait, where are you? Oh, there's, no, that's a pillow. Ooh. But yeah, we're slowly making progress on this room. I'm kind of leaving the decorating up to Christian. He's still gonna hang all his swords and stuff. So there's more to be done. Hey, Kiki. Like maybe some cable management. This room down here is like, oh, so pretty. Wow, wow. Although this one's getting pretty. Oh, it's getting pretty with this thing. But yeah, it's Sunday. I just came downstairs. And, I don't know, it's just been a lazy morning. Lazy Sunday morning. I think what I'm going to do today is make some bundles for my shop that are either older items or overstocked items, or both. Old ones that were overstocked. It's mostly old stuff, but things like these washies where the manufacturer made extras and I bought the extras off of them. Since I have so many, I'm going to include those. And I have quite a bit of Sassy Santa stickers left, so I'm going to include those as well, even though they're less than a year old. But some of the stuff I've chosen, I've had for quite a while. And I don't normally do sales in my shop, but this is kind of the first point where it's like, I have a bunch of older stuff that didn't sell, because in the past, I ordered lower quantities of stuff, and I just didn't have that many different items in my shop. And so stuff would always sell, and so I just didn't do sales. But I think what I'm going to do is half stuff 50% off, but only when it's in the bundle. So it's not like the individual items are getting marked down. For some of them, I might still do that. I don't know. I'm realizing how many Mushroom Girl and Daisy Girl pins I have left, because I had some in a box that were still pinned into their foam that never got put on backing cards. And so, like, I just kind of forgot about them because they weren't in my buckets of products sitting on the shelf. So I actually pulled those out last night and I was pinning a bunch to cards, and I have more to do, but I could at least start assembling some bundles. Okay. So I was thinking of doing a couple different bundles. So there'd be the print bundle and then the other stuff bundle. I don't know what to call it yet. But yeah, it would include these prints and then these 2 pins, acrylic keychain, yeah, these 2 washies, Thick or Treat sticker sheet, these 2 stickers, and the Santa sticker set. And so there'd be no overlap between the 2 bundles. So if you wanted everything, you could just order both. And the cost is the price of all items by 50% off. So I might take some pictures right now so I can make some listings. Might not be the best pictures, but just something, and I can get those up. And I'm also thinking of discounting my winter bun ornaments. I can't discount them too much because my profit margin's not very high on those, but I was thinking of just knocking off $10 to help them move. They're basically like acrylic charms, but they're pretty big and they light up at the top. And so you can have light up ornaments on your tree. So cute. So start stocking up for Christmas, I guess. So yeah, I'm going to take some pictures and then I can start building the bundles. So the number of bundles I do is going to depend on how many items I have left for some of these. Like either this one will be a limiting factor or Seahorse, or maybe these. We're starting with the prints, but I just want to show the ones I pinned last night. And there's more. So, let's start with this Cauldron Cutie stack. Actually, it makes sense to start with Witch Hat because it's the biggest. Oh no, but that we don't want these sitting on the front of the Witch Hat print. Like if I have a big print and a small one, I tuck the small one behind the big one. I don't know, I just feel like it's less likely to damage the surface of the bigger one that way. So maybe Witch Hat goes on top. So you can't really see that one, but it's there. I just feel like, you know, with the coming of the sweaters, maybe we do need to clear out. Maybe we do. It was recommended to me in the comments. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, actually, let's do that. For the sweaters, by the way, since I don't have to order the same sweater type in bulk, I'm actually thinking of doing more than just crew necks right off the bat. So I don't think I'm going to start with t-shirts right off the bat. That might be like the next thing I do after, but I was thinking of starting with the crew necks, zip-ups, and hoodies. Have all 3 sweater types and people can pick which one they want. That might complicate me trying to like pre-make some of the sweaters. I mean, I could still probably pre-make at least some of each. But then after that, it's going to have to be kind of like made on demand. I'm just scared I won't be able to keep up with demand, right? So it'd be kind of like pre-orders in a way, but like short-term ones with limited slots. Pretty much just on demand, but with like maybe a 2-week processing time, depending how far down you are on the list, I suppose. But yeah, I could have maybe a couple colors available. Although for zip-ups, I can't get the same colors. The hoodies are available in the exact same colors the crew necks are, but not, well, I don't know if they have the full color selection, but they got the same one, so like the pigment hoodies. The zip-ups are different though. And so I will have to start out by ordering just like a couple to see what these are like compared to the crew necks. But I think that's kind of maybe the best way to go about this, because like we have the machine, right? Like we have the ability to do this because we have the embroidery machine ourselves. And there aren't order minimums on the sweaters. I thought if I got a wholesale account I would have to buy bulk, but I don't have to. So I can just order multiple sweater types. So I'm thinking of just going more options right off the bat. Choose what type of sweater slash sweatshirt you want. I keep getting roasted for not saying sweatshirt, but I swear, like, nobody says that here. Maybe it's just me and my circle, but like, I feel like here people say sweater for just like a generic term for all sweaters and sweatshirts, regardless if it's knitted or not. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. 3 types, and we'll just kind of see how that goes. And then for tags, let me know. Those of you who have done sublimation printing on clothing, let me know if this idea makes any sense at all, or if it just won't work at all. But I want some kind of tag on the clothing that's not something people can just remove. Well, because one, a sewn in tag would look pretty good, but I'm not going to sew in tags. Like, the sweaters are pre-made, so I'm not going to do that. And I don't want one that's just held on with one of those little plastic, you know, the little gun that like puts a hanging tag on something. I don't want the hanging tag because, again, it'll just get ripped off. So what I thought I could do, like, I know some people, they do little vinyl transfers to the inside of the sweater, but I feel like that would get scratchy as it degrades. So I don't want to do that. But also, there's not a spot on these sweaters to do that. Comfort Colors, for example, does have that little half moon thing behind it, so you could do that. But these ones don't. So here's what I mean. The Comfort Colors have this half moon, which shows through on the front. So you have this spot here to sort of stick on something you want as a flat tag. But the independent ones don't have that. It's just like this. But what I thought I could maybe do, I could get some sublimation transfers made, like order them from a company, and they would just be a skinny thing that just says Baylee J maybe, or maybe BaileyJ.com, I don't know. But just something simple, and transfer it onto here, right on the collar, the inside of the collar, because it'd be something non-scratchy and relatively easy to do. The thing is, like, based on my quick research of sublimation, it's better if it's done onto polyester. These are 80% cotton, 20% polyester, and so from my understanding online is that it will still show up, but it'll be faint. Like, if you were doing some kind of full thing on the front, that would not be good with this sweater. But I feel like, let's say you did black and it showed up as a light gray, that would be sufficient as long as it's legible. Like, would that work? Sublimation people, tell me. Okay, so this should already be where it's at, this little thing. It's in a good spot, I believe. Yeah, that'll make this a little bigger than the print, but still small enough to fit nicely in the box. And I have my recycling bin at the edge of the table here. But yeah, not only is these bundles, they're good for clearing out old product, but also just because my shop is a little slow right now, because it's been a while since I put any new products out, and so it's kind of like a good something, I hope, to bridge, help bridge the gap between that ducky update and the sweater update. Oh, and just to clarify about the size, these 8x8s do fit in my boxes, but only if it's going in plain. If it's going in a sleeve, that's when it doesn't fit anymore, because the sleeves are too wide for the box and I have to like fold over the edge, but that adds just enough thickness that these don't want to go in nicely, so that's why I have to trim them if the chipboard's going in a sleeve. But if it's something where there's like a sketchbook on the bottom of the package and then I'm putting pins on top with the chipboard in between, then I just put it in as 8x8. But sleeved, it needs to be trimmed. Okay, I think I know how I'm gonna go about this. We're gonna go like this and into the sleeve, and then when I grab the rest of the prints, they get tucked in the back. Okay, there are 28. And I guess I can keep going. Limiting factor, probably gonna be seahorse. Okay, I did 12 more and that gives us a total of 40. And that also used up the seahorse prints, so I did knock the seahorse print stock level to 0. It's not available individually anymore, just in these bundles, and then it's gone forever. So for these, I think I will put in one of these to protect the sticker sheet because the pins might just dent it up too much. These could also maybe go behind and then go in a sleeve. Wait, how am I doing this? Because I was thinking, oh, the flat stuff goes in the sleeve, and then I'm like, well, it's a bundle. I kind of want all of it in one sleeve for ease of packaging. I might want to use one of those bigger sleeves for this stuff, and then it kind of just folded in half. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute, I had these sleeves I ordered once. They changed the design so they weren't gusseted anymore, so I couldn't use them for what I wanted to, and I was just stuck with all these oddly sized sleeves. Because these, they're not gusseted either. I'm not going to get enough height to fit the washi and everything else in there. So with these, they're also flat, not gusseted, but like there's more space for it to bubble upwards. Oh, that's pretty tight going in that way. I still have it all on the card if possible because they didn't fit in my little VHS box. So, just like that. I guess this would fold all the way over. And maybe still a sticker in the middle, just for cuteness. I don't know. Now this bundle, I feel like I could end up with a lot more than 40. So, we'll see where I end up cutting it off. So usually at this point in my shop update, like if you factor how long it's been since my last one, I would have been designing some new stuff and getting stuff ordered. And I haven't been doing that because of the embroidery, and I'm starting to feel the stress of it because I've just been putting all my time into learning all the embroidery stuff, and I feel like I've neglected everything else. And so I think this bundle creation is part of my panic, being like, okay, I need to do more stuff. And I've been trying to think too, like, what are the next products I'm going to do that aren't the sweaters? You know, what else is coming out? Let's look at what artwork I've made since the last shop update and what can be made into stickers, what's going to be prints, etc. Just trying to figure out what's what, because I also wanted to do a really big notepad update this year where I bring out like 6 notepad designs, and I don't really want that to overlap with the sweaters because I'm investing a lot into that. And so I'm like, okay, maybe we push that off a little bit further. And I don't know, I'm just kind of getting a little stressed, and I just feel like there's so much stuff to do with the house as well in addition to all the work stuff. And so I'm like, okay, let's get our butt back into gear, get some more things off of this to-do list. I went out and got some stuff for the house over the weekend, like new bedding stuff for the guest bedrooms. I can show some of that in the next vlog or something. But just trying to get more things done that are not embroidery related. And I'm actually working in the evenings instead of just chilling on the couch. I was pinning pins for 2 nights in a row, and I'm going to do more stuff tonight, and just trying to keep productive and get some things done so that I feel less stressed about everything. Also, I feel like with summer coming up, I usually get pretty busy in terms of social engagements, and so, yeah, gotta keep on the ball and not fall too far behind on stuff. Okay, I have 100 of these ones, and then we got 40 of the prints. So, that's a pretty good day's work there, yeah. It was really fun sleeving them all. I don't know, might get some food, and then for the rest of the night I might just pin more pins, because I technically could make more of these bundles if I pin more pins. I don't know if I could sell that many, so we'll start with these. I'll put these up for sale and see how they go, and I can always make more if I need to. But I think that is it for this vlog, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I thought for sure the bobbin was gonna run out mid-design, but it did not. Apple Blossom jeans. Doo-doo. Now isn't that cute? Adorbs. Let's put it on.